Alright, good day everyone. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about quadratic equation. Now what is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an algebraic expression of second degree in a single variable, say x. Okay, now the general quadratic equation is given as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now we have up to 4 methods of solving quadratic equation, which are factorization method, we have completing the square method, and we have quadratic formula. We also have graphical method. But in this video, I'm going to deeply look into factorization method, using factorization method in solving quadratic equation. Okay, I'm going to give some example, and I am assuring you that if you follow me carefully to the end of this video, you are going to be able to solve any quadratic equation that can be solved using factorization method that you may come across at any time. All right, follow me. Now, example number 1, we have x squared minus 10x minus 24 equal to 0. Now, whenever we are given any quadratic equation at all, the first thing we look at is that the quadratic equation that is given must be in the form of the general equation. If it is not in the form of the general equation, what do? You rearrange it to be in the form of the general equation. Then you go ahead and start solving. Okay. Now, thank God that this one is given to us in the form of the general equation. So we quickly go further and do our factorization, and straight away we get our answer. Okay, let's put something down. Okay, here we have x squared minus 10x minus 24 equal to 0. Now, by factorization method, what do? We look at, this is the first term, which is x squared. The second term is minus 10x. The third term is 24, which is also called constant 10. Okay, now this minus 24, we look at the factors of minus 24 that when added together can give us minus 10. The factors of minus 24 that when added together can give us minus 10. Okay, now let's go further and begin to check the factors of minus 24. There are many, but we are looking for just two factors that can fit in for this, the solution to this equation. Okay, now we have minus 24. Okay, so to have minus 24, we have minus 1 and 24. That can give us minus 24. Okay, we have 2 and minus 12. All right, 2 and minus 12 can give us minus 24, and many other factors are still there that can give us minus 24, but we are looking for those factors that fit in for the condition here. Okay, now 2 and minus 12 can give us minus 24, right? And at the same time 2 plus minus 12 rather, at the same time 2 plus minus 12 is equals to minus 10. These are the factors that we are looking for, 2 and minus 12. Okay, now having gotten the factors, what do? Just put down two brackets. Okay, this is the 0 here. All right, now since we have x squared here, you have x times x to give you x squared. Okay, then the factors that we have realized, we have plus 2 and minus 12. All right, and if you open this bracket, if you clear this bracket, you will get back this very part of this equation. All right, since we have gotten this implies that x plus 2, that is this bracket, is equals to 0, or x minus 12 is equals to 0. Okay, the next example might be a little bit difficult. It's not difficult anyway, but it's not as straightforward as the first example. So example 2. In example 2, we have 2x squared plus 13x equals to 15. Now, in this example 2, we have the equation not in form of the general equation. What do? We rearrange. Now we rearrange to have 2x squared plus 13x minus 15. When you carry plus 15 across equal to sign to this side from the other side, the sign change from positive to negative. So, and you have this. All right. Now, the next thing now to do is to look at how to factorize our quadratic expression in this equation. Okay. Now, to factorize this, don't forget that in this example, you are having x squared, the coefficient of x squared to be greater than 1, unlike the other example when you have the coefficient of x squared to be equal to 1. So therefore, you cannot go straight and use the method we used to solve the first example. What do? You now multiply, the first term, you multiply the first term by the last term, which is minus 15. Okay, minus, that is 2x squared times minus 15, which will give us minus 30x squared. Okay, minus 30x squared. Now we are going to, after doing that, you look for the factors of minus 30x squared. The factor that of minus 30x squared, that when added together can give us plus 30. What are those factors? Let's look for them. Okay, minus 30, or let's write it. So minus 1x times 30x can give you minus 30x squared. Can give you minus 30x squared. Okay? Minus 2x times 15x can as well give you minus 30x squared. Okay? We have some other factors that can give us, some other factors of minus 30x squared. But having gotten this, let's look at it very well. Minus 2x plus 15x. What does that give us? Minus 2x plus 15x will give us 13x. Okay? So that means this fitting for the condition. These factors fitting for the condition. Okay? Fitting for the condition. Alright. That is minus 2x plus 15x is equal to 13x. So since this fitting for this condition, what do? We substitute 13x. We substitute it for minus 2x plus 15x. In other words, wherever we see 13x, we just remove it and replace it by minus 2x plus 15x. And that leads us to the next step. Alright. Which implies that 2x squared minus 2x plus 15x minus 15 equals to 0. Okay? Okay? If you look very well, this is what we remove and replace it with this, which is still the same thing. Okay? Now, having done that, we quickly group this expression. We group this and this have some things in common. This and this have something in common. Okay? Now, let's look at the common factors between 2x squared minus 2x. The common factor is 2x. You bring it outside, then open brackets. 2x in 2x squared, x. 2x in minus 2x, that is 1. Close bracket. Now, plus sign. Since we have plus sign here, put plus sign. Then look at the common factor between 15s and minus 15. That is 15. Okay? Open bracket. 15 in 15s, x. 15 in minus 15, that is minus 1. Close bracket. Equal to 0. Okay? After doing this, you will see that we are having two brackets common here. Okay? We are having same brackets here. Okay? And what do? Just bring those things outside the bracket, bring them together. That's 2x plus 15 into bracket. Open bracket. X, just pick one of the brackets that are common. X minus 1, close the bracket, equal to 0. What does this mean? This implies that, 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. Or x minus 1 equals to 0. Okay? Take 15 to the other side so that we have 2x equals to minus 15. Okay? Or x equals to 1. Okay? Now you divide both sides by 2 here so that you have x equals to minus 15 all over 2, which also implies that x is equals to, because we want to change this to mixed number. Okay, x is equals, instead of leaving it as improper fraction, x is equals to minus 2 in 15, that is 7 whole number, then remainder 1 all over 2, or x That's the final answer. Okay. Now, in the next video that I'm going to release, I'm going to give example. I'm going to do work example on how to use completing the square method to solve quadratic equation.